The last 4 years in Ogun State, under the leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun, through the Ishaya mantra have been a beehive of activities. The security of lives and property of the citizenry have in no measure been taken seriously, which have played a great role in driving the economy of the state, as the state have gradually become an industrial hub of high repute. On the assumption of duty in May 2019, the government embarked on the reinvigoration of the security architecture of the state towards making the state safe and secure for everyone, whether citizen or strangers.
It is well known that the primary responsibility of government is security and welfare, and no meaningful development can take place in an insecure environment. I'm determined to live up to the oath of office that invests in me the responsibility of the chief security officer of our state. I wish to make it abundantly clear to all and sundry that Ogun State under my watch will be an unfavorable environment for criminal elements to practice their unwholesome trade.
True to type, Prince Dapo Abiodun, shortly after taking the mantle of leadership, embarked on a series of actions geared towards making the state safe and secure for everyone. First up, the governor inaugurated a security trust fund which facilitated the procurement and distribution of patrol vehicles, helicopters, armored personnel carrier, and other security gadgets to security operatives in the state, with a view to bringing insecurity to the barest minimum, while ensuring that citizens and visitors go about their normal businesses without fear.
Our administration is unreservedly committed to giving Ogun State and her people a focused and coordinated governance, and to create an environment, an enabling environment for a public-private sector partnership, which we believe is fundamental to the economic growth of this state and the individual prosperity of all of our people. In doing this, we appreciate that security is vital. A secured environment is imperative towards promotion of investment. Security is vital to any development agenda, especially when we want to build a future. Existing businesses can only thrive in a secure environment. New investment will grow in a safe environment, and the people can only prosper in their day-to-day activities in an atmosphere that is safe and secure. To underline the preeminence of security in governance, the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in section 14, subsection 2b, states that, and I quote, "The security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government," and I unquote. As an administration that derives its legitimacy from the people, we appreciate the fact that one of the important responsibilities of government is security of lives and property. We are also aware that for the security apparatus to be efficient and effective, it must be more sophisticated than the brain and technology behind criminality. In simple terms, security must continue to improve.
The trust fund had as its managers eminent personalities of the state origin who pledged total commitment to the government's well-intended agenda. Also, as part of measures towards sustaining peace, the administration of Prince Dapo Abiodun organized a peace consolidation meeting of stakeholders in the security world, which had in attendance the police and other service chief in the state, where the governor spoke on his unparalleled commitment to peace and security. It was at the meeting that the need for community policing was agitated for as a way of resolving communal issues. Meanwhile, vices such as banditry, kidnapping, abduction, herders' farmers' crises, and killings among other occurrences prompted governors from the southwest to form a security structure known as Amotekun Corps, to work assiduously to restore sanity to the geographical space. This combined decision represented the continuation of some age-long show of brotherhood among the states, all in a bid to keep the zone free of vices. The governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, energized the Amotekun Corps by empowering its operatives with essential tools and equipment to help in fulfilling the mandate of protecting the lives and property of citizens of the state.
The establishment of this security outfit is part of a holistic approach determined to tackle the rising wave of insecurity in the region. a situation that we found very alien to us. Before this time, and out of the blues, some unscrupulous people posed security threats to us as a people. Moving from one town to another almost became a nightmare. Our roads became scary, and people going about their legitimate businesses were terrified. As respective state governments and people, we could not fold our arms and watch as criminals take over our land and become an avoidable jeopardy to our joint and respective development matches. Governors and leaders of the Southwest came together and decided on the need to complement the efforts of the Nigerian police and other security agencies in different states, especially with a truly indigenous security agency that understands the terrains, the language, and the lingo of the people in the area. Therefore, we came up with the establishment of this security outfit, codenamed Amotekun.
One of the major assignments of any government is to provide security. When you look at the statistics of crimes committed in Nigeria, which is produced monthly by the police, Ogun State comes very far down. We are one of the safest states in Nigeria. But we can't be satisfied with that. We want a totally crime-free state. And that is what we are aiming at. And by the grace of God, we'll get there. Please, let's cooperate with them so that their work will be made easier. And we expect them to complement existing security outfits that we have in the state. Please share information, share intelligence, work together for the greatness of Ogun State and for a crime-free society.
Nobel laureate Professor Wale Soyinka was decorated Ambassador of the Corps.
It's symbolic, it's unique, it's aesthetic, and it just says we're different. And I think that message, the aspect of it I want the security people to understand is that it's not a replacement for you. You're too jealous of your positions, of your uniforms and everything, and where there should be cooperation, there's competition. That's silly. Let's now go beyond that and recognize that this unit is simply to complement what you're already doing. Adequately, that is to the best of your ability. Inadequately, as far as we are supposed to protect are concerned, the way we feel it. So be happy and welcome them back and welcome them within your ranks and work with them. My last message is to the Amotekun people, the squad, the team. What people like me, and we stand ready to contribute, Mr. Governor, what we can contribute to this initiative is monitoring, advise, designs. We use our minds to see how physical initiatives can actually work out rationally. And I want the Amotekun team to understand that we'll be watching you. As the representative of civil society said, we'll be watching you very closely to make sure you do not trample on the rights of citizens. You've been created to assist them, to protect them, to be part of them, to live inside them, to gather information, to say to the police, the military, we cannot handle this, but we have seen this. Would you like to take a look and assist? You're not here because you now have a uniform to start behaving like some other security agencies who shall be nameless, the way they've been dealing. You're here to set an example, to say that you are a civic unit.
Despite all this, the security challenges continue to evolve, presenting themselves in different forms and shapes. This necessitated other forms of radical interventions with a view to tackle the security challenges head-on. It was in lieu of this that the government inaugurated the Operation MESA, known as OP MESA. This is a joint internal security operational platform comprising the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, Civil Defense Corps, and the Department of the State Security Service. The Amotekun Corps, SoSafe Corps, and other recognized security outfits in the state were also incorporated to ensure that criminals and criminality in Ogun State is totally brought to extinction. Chief security officers, traditional leaders, Political leaders and other dignitaries were on ground to drum up the necessary support for the state government. Prince Dapo Abiodun explained that the state investment on security has continued to yield positive results as the state has become a safe haven for investors.
Ogun State, as affirmed by major security chiefs, has continued to be a safe haven for our people and perhaps, as acclaimed, the safest in the country. During his historic visit to Adia State, Adia President Mohammed Buhari, GCFR, declared Ogun State as one of the safest states in the country. We are determined and committed to investing more on security, as we believe that no investment is too much to ensure that our state remains the safest place to work, to live, and to play. We thank God that our investment in security has continued to yield positive results across all sectors. In particular, we have continued to improve on our ease of doing business. We are now ranked number 4 in the whole country last year.
The governor maintained that the launch of OP MESA was part of a holistic approach to tackle insecurity in the state, especially in the face of resurgence of kidnapping.
It is part of our holistic approach to tackle insecurity in our state, especially in the face of new resurgence of kidnappings on interstate roads in the last couple of weeks. These unscrupulous elements have no place in Ogun State. They are a security threat to us. Why should moving from one state to another become such a worrisome experience for our people? Why should the roads that we are constructing and we are rehabilitating become a nightmare for people who are going about their legitimate businesses? As a responsive and responsible government, we cannot and will not fold our arms and watch criminals take over our land and become an avoidable jeopardy to our joint and respective developmental strides and commonwealth. We cannot afford to leave the lives of our citizens at the mercy of hoodlums.
The governor further says that the OP MESA security outfit would complement the existing security outfit in the state.
Our OP MESA team will traverse the local governments and work closely with CDAs, CBOs, traditional hunters, traditional rulers, Amotekуns, everywhere. And they will be people friendly and terrorize those hoodlums.
From the first time I met the governor, he left me not in doubt that security is uppermost in his mind. And from time to time, I sneak into the state to assess things and we rub minds. Be rest assured that the peace you enjoy in Ogun State is going to continue because it's further reinforced with the launch of this MESA and the equipment that are made available for the men. We'll continue to give our support. I'm just a phone call away, like I told His Excellency from day one, and that's how it has been. Ogun State is safe, will be safe, and must continue to be safe.
Without fear of contradiction, one can safely adduce that barely has any administration to this expended so much into provision of security, whether in terms of political capital, adoption of synergy between and among various components of law enforcement, provision of state-of-the-art security vehicles and other equipment for fighting crimes, and various collaboration as part of unending measures to end insecurity. This informed the commitment of the State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun and his Oyo State counterpart, Engineer Seyi Makinde, to set up a strategic borderline security meeting between Oyo and Ogun State at the Presidential Lodge in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital. in order to join hands and collaborate to strengthen security around the border areas of the two states. Joining the two governors at the meeting were the commissioners of police in both states, heads of other law enforcement agencies, the attorney generals of both states, as well as royal fathers and other top government functionaries. Addressing the guest, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dakpo Abiodun, affirmed that his administration would continue to make life unbearable for criminally minded persons in the state, noting that the meeting was long overdue as the time was ripe to put an end to criminals making use of the long stretch of the borderline between the two states to hide after perpetrating their evil acts.
There is no more hiding place for those criminals that believe that they can operate between the outer fringes of Ogun and Oyo State, where they believe that they can escape the hands of the law. After we launched our UPMESA, understand that it is working extremely hard. In fact, what I hear is that those criminals are now saying that Dr. Abiodun is making life unbearable for them, and that they are going to also come after me. Well, let me assure you that I will continue to make life intolerable and unbearable for you, and I'm waiting for you.
Affirming the bonds and brotherhood common to the two states, Prince Abiodun confirmed that the reputation of the state as one of the safest in the country was partly attributable to the cooperation between Ogun and Oyo State.
I want to thank His Excellency for finding time to coming to Ogun State. I must state that he decided that he was coming to Ogun State. I would have gladly come to Oyo State as well. But he said to me, I want to come with my team to Ogun State, and we're extremely happy and delighted to have you. Your visit is coming just about 3 weeks after our beloved President Muhammadu Buhari, Shefa, visited our state to commission some of our projects. I want to thank you for the informal cooperation that I've enjoyed with you and our people have enjoyed.
In his response, Oyo State Governor Engineer Seyi Makinde commended Prince Dakpo Abiodun for putting the meeting together, stressing the power of partnership and collaboration, saying that brotherhood and oneness was key to development.
We cannot do it without everyone that is in this room, including the traditional rulers, because in Oyo State, we did an involuntary policing effort where we involved vigilantes, traditional institutions, and that has helped us. So we're here to share all of those ideas, and I believe at the end of the day, we should come up with a communique that we will both be, we'll give our commitment to it, and the entire generality of our people should see real improvement, at the end of the day. And this is just 2 states out of 36. But if 2 states out of 36 becomes extremely really peaceful, it is 2 minus 36. The other 34 also can take a cue from it and go do whatever will benefit their region.
Prince Dakpo Abiodun then spoke extensively on the constituted OP-MESA, insisting that partnership and collaboration remained essential tools for success in this collective drive.
I want to affirm that OP-MESA is solely established to fight criminals. And I have no doubt that every member of this outfit would be picked to ensure that they have the right discipline, that they are committed, and they are dedicated. They will be effective in tracking criminals and all other such related issues. This will go a long way into building our people's confidence and trust in their government. I therefore enjoin our people to take ownership of this security outfit by collaborating with it and supporting it. Together, we shall make Ogun State a most hospitable and conducive place of our collective dreams.
Let me restate that we will make Ogun State uninhabitable for all criminals. We will make Ogun State uninhabitable for all criminals. We'll continue to fish them out. We'll smoke them out. We'll arrest them. And we'll hand them over to the swift hand of justice.
Evidently, the priority which Prince Dapo Abiodun placed on security as expressed in the myriads of policies and programs that have been implemented, coupled with the crime-fighting machinery procured since assumption of office in 2019. The quest continues as the government is more resolute in bringing crime and criminality to a halt. Consequently, the effort put in place in the area of security is yielding results as investors now feel more secured and safe in the state. The state has become a safe haven for investors as more investors are now trooping into the state due to the tranquility and safety obtained in the state. The building of our future agenda continues with a renewed hope. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àjọṣe wa ni.